So as I was saying, we are talking about choosing your own proteins, fats, and carbs. So how do you do that? Well, the first thing you do is you use your own fist. I call it the monkey palm technique because it reminds me of, it looks like a monkey because of the kind of the way you hold your hand. So if you want to eat for fat loss and build lean muscle, then you're going to use your fist, okay? And you can make your fist like that, or you can do it like this. Okay, it looks like a monkey fist. That's why I call it the monkey palm technique. So you take, for breakfast, okay, we're gonna have 2 fists of protein. We're gonna have 1 fist of colorful vegetables and a half a fist of slow carbohydrates, slow release carbohydrates. And if you don't know what slow release is, don't worry about it. I'm gonna show you in the next slide what that is. And some people are like, oh, I don't eat vegetables for breakfast. Well, you might be surprised. If you've had like a spinach omelet or a Western omelet, you've had vegetables, right? Colorful veg is one of the secret ingredients to maintaining overall health and vigor and energy, is getting in lots of green, healthy vegetables, especially leafy green vegetables. So I would highly recommend start getting in the habit of getting greens in the morning. So what you're gonna do is, just like in the picture, you're gonna use your fist and you're gonna have 2 fistfuls of protein, okay? That will ensure that you're getting enough protein for your body to build muscle. Muscle is the secret to fat loss, and to grow muscle, we need protein. So we wanna make sure we're getting adequate amounts. So 2 fists of protein that will help burn fat. Then 1 fist of veg, and then a half a fist of slow release carbohydrates. So for half a fist, maybe just do like, when I say half a fist, then you're not gonna do 4 fingers, you're just gonna do like, maybe just look at this and you do half of that, okay? And that's how much carbs you can have for the morning. So that would be like, perfect example of slow release carbohydrate would be oatmeal, okay? Lunch would be a little different. For lunch, we're gonna have 1 fist of protein, we're gonna have 2 fists of colorful vegetables, and we're gonna have a fist, okay, of slow release carbohydrates. And again, I will show you what slow release carbs means in a few minutes. I'll give you some ideas, okay? And then dinner would be the same thing. We're gonna have 1 fist of protein, 2 fists of colorful veg, and then 1 fist of slow carbohydrates. And that's very simple. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you eat like that. And you will naturally eat in a very balanced way. It will give you enough carbohydrates that you will have energy for your workouts. And it'll also allow you to burn fat because you're not getting too much carbohydrates, and you're getting plenty of protein to help build muscle, and it'll also help you get a healthy amount of fats. So it's a very balanced way of eating, and your body's already perfectly designed for your body, your fist. So if you're eating with this amount, you should get the right amount of food and nutrients, and there's no need to count calories, okay? Though counting calories is more advanced, and we don't need to do that right at this point when you're first starting out. So let's just get used to portioning and thinking in terms of fists, okay? All right, so what proteins can you choose from? Well, let's go over that. So you can choose from fish, eggs, chicken, fish, lamb, beef, soy products, low-fat Greek yogurt, seafood, Beyond Meat alternatives, nuts, avocados, which also have good fats, chia seed, edamame, and tofu. Okay, these are all really high quality protein sources. And if you're vegan, peas and beans would also be a good protein source as well. And broccoli has a little bit of protein in it, not as much as some of these others. But when I say choose a fist of protein for lunch, you would probably choose from one of these. And it makes your life real easy, okay? So you just pick one of your proteins, boom, make sure it's the size of your fist, next. So you go to the next thing. So let's go next. All right, slow release carbohydrates. A lot of people get this wrong. So this is good to go over this. And why does it have to be slow release? Why do you think it should be slow release? Well, the reason we want slow release carbohydrates is because then it gets released into your bloodstream at a slower rate, the sugar, which means it's not going to spike your insulin as dramatically as maybe something like white rice would, or white potatoes, which is going to have a great effect on your overall body fat. So studies have shown over and over that people with high spikes in their insulin, okay, also tend to carry a lot more belly body fat, extra body fat around them. So we don't want that. We don't want insulin spike. So what slow release carbohydrates can you choose from? And they're here on the right. Okay, we can have brown rice, quinoa, barley, farro. It's like a super, those are some super grain foods. Okay, we got amaranth is another one that's not on here. Cold potatoes, oats, sweet potato. Try to get steel cut oats if you can manage to find them. Butternut squash, lentils, and even bananas, okay? That will keep your blood levels more stable. Remember, for lunch and dinner, you only get to have a fist, and then breakfast is a half a fist. And that should take care of you, your energy, proper energy, and it shouldn't spike your insulin too bad, so you should still be able to lose weight, okay? And if we eat like this, we should have enough nutrients. Now, let's talk about fats for a second, okay? A lot of people in the 80s used to really avoid fats. They used to think that was terrible. They're not so bad now. A lot of people are starting to get used to them, but let's talk about them. These are the ones that you can choose from. Well, there's more, but these are the main ones that I really like. Unsalted nuts, seeds, any kind of seed or nut seed, bird seed, like sunflower seeds. I mean, avocado, eggs, walnuts, coconut oil, flaxseed oil, fatty fishes like salmon, cheese, and chia seed, okay? They naturally nourish your body, the organ, all the tissue around your organs are lined with visceral fat, which is essential fat that your body really, excuse me, your body your organs are lined with visceral fat, and visceral fat is essential to maintaining proper bodily function. So we want to make sure that we're getting enough healthy fats to take care of the visceral fat deep inside around your organs. And these fats have also shown that it actually help promote fat loss around your tummy and your midsection. So the subcutaneous fat, which is just under the skin, that's the fat most people associate, they don't want because it makes their clothes bulge. The subcutaneous fat will, you'll start to lose that fat when you eat these sort of healthy fats, okay? And they're naturally found in the foods that we talked about in the earlier sections. So you don't really have to, specifically just eat fats. Just eat the way we talked about in the previous slides. 1 fist for protein, 2 fists for vegetables, 1 fist for carbohydrates, and you'll probably get most of your fats. If you feel like you're not getting enough of your fats, you can do little things like you can take some, you can sprinkle over flaxseed into your salads, or you can sprinkle nuts into your salad. You can put avocado on your toast in the morning to get some healthy fats. And there's also, you could put some of these oils in your salad dressings as well to make sure you're getting plenty as well. Now, we didn't talk about snacks yet. I didn't get into snacks. Snacks are totally optional and they're not necessarily bad. Okay, if you're going to have a snack, then the rule for snacks would be you're going to have a half a fist of carbohydrates, okay, and you're going to have a half a fist of protein, okay, for your snacks. And snacks, usually 2 snacks are usually good. You could go up to 3 snacks, okay? If you're highly active and you're working out 4 to 5 times a week, then it's okay to have snacks. If you're very sedentary, then you might want to just stick with 3 meals, straight meals a day, and until you start getting your workouts in. If you're working out 4 times a week, you can start adding in snacks. Now, this gets into another topic, into other videos, but what we're starting to talk about is how much food should you be eating to get to your goal. So if you find that if you're, for example, eating 3 meals a day and 2 snacks and the belly fat is not changing, so you're noticing after 1 week, there's no change, you've checked your lean fat mass and your muscle mass and it's the same, then what you're going to do is maybe cut down to 3 meals and 1 snack and see how your fat and your lean fat weight and your body fat weight is. And then after week 2, if your body fat has not changed it's still the same, and you've been working out, and you've been tracking, you've been eating this way, then what you'll do is you'll drop another snack, and you just eat 3 meals a day. So you see, we do it methodically. We just don't drop massive amounts of calories, methodically. And then in week 3, if you notice a drop in your body fat, then you know that you're probably good for 3 meals a day. You should probably be eating 3 meals a day. Yeah, so you got to kind of like readjust each week. So there's no right or wrong answer saying you should have snacks, you shouldn't have snacks, you should only eat 3 meals a day. I personally, myself, I feel very good with 3 meals a day. And I find that gets me through the day, and I have lots of energy. And I feel like I'm getting stronger. I notice my strength going up, even at 47. So I think that's good. But if I wanted to grow muscle faster, I could put in some snacks, but that might add a little body fat. So it all depends on your goals. And then the main idea is we just want to monitor what the body's doing each week and adjust accordingly. But this is just a general guideline. Start with 3 meals a day, and I think you'll be fine for now. Okay, so that's that. Now, is there any, well, yeah, maybe we'll take questions. So I'll open it up for questions before I get into my brain fog trick. Let me just check the chat box. Did anyone have any questions? Joanne, you can just unmute yourself if you have any questions.
No, I don't have any questions. Thanks.
Okay, no problem. Okay. So let's get into the brain fog technique, okay? This is a morning routine that's taught by a lot of extremely successful people, and this was taught to me, and I found that my personal development, my personal success accelerated when I started implementing this. And it's for clearing your mind in the morning and getting it ready for success. So getting rid of the brain fog and getting clarity, mental clarity. And it has nothing to do with nutrition. And what it is when you wake up in the morning and you've had your glass of water or whatever, you have your 2 glasses of water, I always start with that. Then what I'll do is I'll get out some blank paper and I'll just brain dump. It's called a brain dump. And I'll just start writing anything that comes to my mind. I just get all the thoughts, everything out, just pours out of me, whatever it is, okay? And just freehand and just let it pour out, and just, it's called freestyle writing, or, you know, it's a brain dump, it's called. And you just get everything out on paper. And it doesn't matter what the content is. Some days you might write a lot, some days you might not write anything. But it gets all those things about, oh, I have to do this, and I have to do that, and I have to do this, and I have to do, all that stuff just comes, you just get all that stuff out, and then you can focus on your day much, for some reason, just mentally, it just gets you focused for the day, and then you can get all the nagging stuff out of your mind that, you know, that might be bothering you, maybe that annoying coworker or that annoying, you know, family member who was getting on your nerves or whatever. All those thoughts, you get them out, and then just kind of releases, and then you can focus you can be much more productive on what you need to get done for the day. So I do that for 10 minutes every morning before anything else. And if you want to supercharge that, you could add in 10 minutes of some HIIT training. So I have done that when I really want to supercharge my day, where I'll pick up my favorite exercise, like skipping or running knee-ups or running on the spot, jumping jacks or burpees, and I'll do some HIIT training for 10 minutes, and I'll simply go as fast as I can for 30 seconds, and then take a 30-second break, and then go fast again for 30 seconds. Just do that for 10 minutes, and you will be supercharged for the day. I can promise you. So if you want to give that a go for a week, I would love to hear if anybody tries it, how if you notice it made a difference. Personally, for me, mentally, it makes a huge difference. I can just get all the nagging thoughts out, and then I get energized with my HIIT training, and it's only 10 minutes. The whole thing takes 20 minutes, you know, even start with 5 minutes. And then you just, your day is just so much more productive. So that's it. So that is the eating trick, and that is the mind dump trick that I suggest you can try. And let me check if there's anybody any questions about that, because I always miss the comments in the Facebook group. Let me just take a quick look here. And Joanne, if you have any questions, you can just unmute yourself. Hopefully that made sense. And if you found that was helpful, just put brain dump in the comment section, okay? And that's it. So Joanne, why don't you tell us, Joanne, have you lost any body fat weight? So you've been with us for like, how's your body these days? Is it changing? Have you noticed any changes?
Yeah, no, you know that my nutrition, like my exercise is good, my nutrition not so much, but I think I might have lost 2.5 pounds this week because I've been starting to write it down and send it to you and Chantal. So
Okay, I got that. Yeah, I got one of your meal. I got one of them, but I didn't get any more. How many did you send?
I think I sent 2 and then I stopped again, but I've been much more aware of it, if you know what I mean.
Okay, I'll take a look again at it tonight and send you some feedback. When you send it by email, right?
I think it was Facebook message.
Facebook message? Yeah, I'll take a look. So what I would invest in is one of those little calipers. You know, have you seen my my video on where I talk about calipers?
Yeah, I've got the Renfo scales, so it like gives me 9 different. It gives me.
Okay, great. And it has your muscle content been going up with the Renfo scale?
I've been really naughty. I've just looked at the number. I just stand on it, look at the number, and then like, oh. I start tracking it better.
Okay, good. Yes, I think it would be very, very important to do that. If you can start tracking your muscle content and your fat content, you'll be much happier with your progress because then you're getting a real picture. So that's a good thing that we talked about that last week. So for the people that are watching, what I'm talking about is tracking your lean muscle weight and your fat weight, maybe even your water weight, not just your weight, because the weight doesn't tell you much really. Like it doesn't tell you a whole bunch. So I would invest in either some sort of body fat machine. You can get like they range in prices. Or the cheapest thing to do is go and get the skin fold pinchers. There's one called AccuMeasure, and it's like $19 on Amazon. And you just pinch your fat right by your belly button. It shows you a diagram, and then you use a chart and it helps you figure out your body fat. And then from there, you can figure out your lean weight and your muscle weight. And then from there, once you know if your muscle weight is going up and your fat weight is going down or whatever the story is, then you can adjust your calories as needed. So Joanne, what you're going to do is if after you have 2 weeks of measurements, okay, tell me what your fat weight is doing. If your fat weight's going down or if it's the same or if it's going up.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. And then if it's not changing, if the fat weight's not changing, then we'll have to tweak your diet. We'll have to maybe take a snack out of your day or something.
Yeah, 1 or 2. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and then we'll revisit it the week after again. And then if it hasn't dropped, then we'll have to take out another snack. Not a lot, just a little bit at a time, right? Nothing dramatic. And then, but it's all about monitoring. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. I'll do it.
All right, good. And then we'll revisit, show up for one of the next either Tuesday or Thursday coaching, and we can talk about it again next week.
Okay.
And we'll see, because and then we'll go from there. Cool. All right, because I know Mary, one of the other clients recently, Mary has lost 9 pounds, and she's been following these videos every week. So maybe we'll get her on here and talk to her and see what she's doing too. Maybe she can give us some insight. But I'm sure, Joanne, that we can get that belly fat to go down. It's probably you just have a little bit, probably just eating slightly too many calories in your.
Oh yeah, I know that I am. Too many. What's the opposite to a slow release carb? Too many calories and too many white carbs.
Fast release carbohydrates.
Yeah.
There you go. Like what? Can you give me an example?
Like bread and. I don't know actually. I'm quite good. Like I have cut out rice and pasta, so I'll always eat things. If I have a curry or a chili or pasta sauce, I just have it on broccoli now or riced cauliflower. Like I have made some really good switches.
Okay.
It's probably my snacks that are too much. My meals are quite good. It's just being at home. I'm sure everyone else has got that. Like the fridge is too, and the cupboards are too nearby, too accessible.
Mm. You work in the kitchen? You do your work in the kitchen?
No, I do actually have to walk up the stairs. I work in the basement, but I do have to walk up the stairs to get snacks.
Right. And why do you think it's out of are you procrastinating? Some people will eat snack because they want to procrastinate doing work.
I find work very stressful. I think I go back to I took a lot of tips from your emotional eating unit. Like I do think I eat if I'm happy, I eat if I'm sad, I eat if I'm stressed, I eat as a celebration. Like it's definitely an emotional trigger.
Yeah. It's at least you're aware of it now.
Yeah, there's some really good tips in that unit.
Yeah, for those of you watching, if you need those tips, go to the unit section under stress eating or dealing with cravings. Okay, well, I have one thing that I eat here. This is good. As I just picked these up, these are really good, and they're low calorie. They're melted.
Oh yeah, they look good.
This particular one is sprouted grain with seeds, so it has the healthy fats, and they're really thin, and they taste good actually. Like some crackers are like, but these are like, so you can put a little avocado on there, or you could put anything on there. So
they look good.
Yeah, that's a slow release carbohydrate. So a couple of those, if you're feeling. But anyway, hopefully those of you that are watching, if you feel like you've got some great tips out of here, just put tips in the comments, and then we'll visit next week. I'll see you next week. And if anybody needs a fitness body sculpt game plan, kind of like what I did with Joanne just now, just put your name in the chat box. Okay, put your name, and I'll send you a link, and you can book a call with me. Okay, is there any other last comments before we jet out of here, Joanne?
Not from me, thank you. I gotta go and do my wall sit.
Yeah, go to the wall sit, yeah. Good. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.